Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the puck drops here, and just give me a second. Good. Just getting sure we got the horn set up, and we will be ready for. We will be ready for the game, which this is a very early stream for me. 3:40 Eastern, a little after 3:40 Eastern. I had a delay of something, and a little bit after that, it was not I was not expected to go this early, but I am on this early because there is football right now. I have to figure out which channel, but there is football right now. And the Ravens and the Steelers are playing right now. 11:44 in. It is on NBC. Okay, I didn't know what channel it was on. All right, let's go. Baltimore and Pittsburgh on right now as the play just ended. They're showing a fumble recovery for Pittsburgh right in Baltimore territory, interestingly enough, because there's no Lamar Jackson. There's no Trace McSorley, so they're down to their third stringer, Robert Griffin III, former number 2 overall selection by Washington. And he just fumbled on, I think, the Ravens 20 on the Raven 23-yard line. So undefeated Pittsburgh will try to win another game, as this is a handoff from Roethlisberger to the University of Pittsburgh, or actually not, excuse me, it was Snell from Kentucky, who gets about a yard on the play. It'll be second down for the Steelers. The Ravens have been competitive this year, but they have not been the team they were last year that had the best record in the NFL and were favored to win the Super Bowl. Did not win a playoff game last year, but I mean, they're down to the third-string quarterback. They're not favored in this game against Pittsburgh. The Steelers were 10-0. This was supposed to be on Thanksgiving night, but some COVID stuff didn't allow that to happen. Here is Snell off of a screen pass, went past the first down, and now it's first and goal for Pittsburgh. They got the amped-in sound for the Steelers fans pumping, and these Pittsburgh Steelers is not the season they wanted in the way of, with everything going on. But they've got – actually, there are fans here. I didn't realize that. There actually are some fans here. But this is not the realistic season for anyone. But for Pittsburgh, they've got just an incredible season. They've never gone – I don't think they ever had gone like 6-0, 7-0. They've never gone 7-0. They have the best regular season win streak or start to a season that the Steelers have ever had. If they lose, including this game, all of the next games in their season, they would go to 10-6, which is still a winning record. And with a win today, that would be their 11th win of the regular season. They're trying to wrap up the best record in the league. This is not an entirely experienced team. It's very young. Roethlisberger will throw a screen there, and that, I believe, was Ebron. Eric Ebron, former Detroit Lion, got shelled on the screen pass by Baltimore linebackers. It'll be third and goal. Here is Roethlisberger throwing to Ebron at the goal line, and he couldn't get in. Tackled by Elliott, and it's fourth and goal. 9:04 left in the first. We'll see if Mike Tomlin will keep the Pittsburgh offense. Yes, he will. 4th and goal on about the 2-yard line, with 2 1-yard line for the Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger's in the shotgun. Interestingly, as Snell is out wide, and one of the young stud receivers is in the backfield. He now comes out, so it's a shotgun snap. You know this will be a pass. Roethlisberger steps up in the pocket, gets out. Roethlisberger moves out. Now throws off his back foot, intercepted in the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone to the 5-yard line. The Ravens are going to get the ball back at the Baltimore 5, Marlon Humphrey. And not only is it a turnover on downs, but it's a real turnover on downs. Ravens at the 5. 1st and 10 when we come back. Hey, Josh, what's going on? Baltimore just got the ball. I know this is a super early stream. Yeah, go Ravens. I'm sorry for this Leafs hat. I don't have a Ravens. I didn't expect this game to be this week. I don't have a Ravens or a Steelers hat here. They're both at home. I wouldn't wear the Steelers hat. But I don't have either on campus. And this is the only NHL hat I have here, and everything else is NFL, and none of the teams are relevant. So I have a Texas A&M, which is a college football hat, but I decided to keep that for Saturday's stream against Auburn. Also, I finished my first class today, and I passed it, which was fantastic. I got some more tests and stuff to do, but this was the hardest class, and it's done. So the other classes will be pretty easy. And so I'm happy about that. And yeah, so tomorrow, just so you know, for tomorrow, I will be doing there's no NFL football, but there is my second favorite MLS team is playing Minnesota United versus Kansas City, Sporting Kansas City. Sporting Kansas City having the best record in the West. Also, Seattle won last night, 1-0 against Dallas. Dallas has only let up 2 goals in their game. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. If you don't count like the shootout, the penalty kicks. So Dallas was good, but they just were not good enough scoring-wise. They just have not been able to muster a lot of goals this playoff season. So Seattle, the defending champions, defend to the conference final. They'll be playing either Minnesota, or they will play Kansas City, that would be the juggernaut. That would be the that would be the Avalanche and the Red Wings 0-2 kind of thing. The 2 best teams, they don't like each other. They've played in the playoffs before. That would be that moment. Griffin in the shotgun, handoff, gets a yard. It's Edwards, and Pittsburgh defense, Watt and company, celebrate that they made the stop. Second and 9, I believe. Yes, it is. Griffin in the shotgun. Handoff. He's going to go himself, and he'll get about 4 yards, which will make it 3rd and manageable. Yes. If that was the case, then it would be Sporting Kansas City 7-0. But they would have to get past Minnesota first, and we don't want that to happen, obviously. Or at least I don't want that to happen. And that'll be tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be streaming that game. 3rd and 4 for RG3 and the Ravens. It's really cold. You can see the breath coming out of his RG3. Throws a pick. An interception into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Joey Hayden picks off Griffin, and it's a quick slant run-in for Hayden, and the Steelers are up 6-0. Extra point is no good. No good. No good. The Pittsburgh kicker just hooked the extra point, so the Steelers are up only by 6. But RG3 throws a pick. Joe Hayden runs it into the end zone. 6-0. Steelers. So bad play by RG3 and a horrible play by the Steelers kicker.
County lines, even state lines. These things don't create places. People do. And what goes into making here, into making this place more than just some place, is knowing that what matters here matters here. And here. And here at McDonald's. That's why here, we're helping Ronald McDonald House charities keep families together through childhood illness. Here, we're proud to serve farmers by sourcing quality ingredients. And here, we're helping first responders who step up to help all of us. Because it's not enough to live somewhere. You have to bring somewhere to life. That's the difference between being in a community and being part of one.
Just here right now, and waiting for this to come back. Hold on a second.
Where is the car key? I don't understand digging. Michael, which hole has the car key in it? Come on, I don't want to make this. We're gonna have a little talk when I get back. His name is cute. Killing me, man. A better take on the spare key. The all-new Elantra with Hyundai Digital Key. This year, we learned a lot about baking. Walmart makes it easy. Groceries, gadgets, and so much icing. Let's end the year deliciously. Doctors and nurses practice different medicine.
I will be right back before I get something snack myself.
Hi everyone, we have an all-new show later tonight with Jamie Dornan and a performance from Phoebe Bridgers. Plus, Friday, we have President Barack Obama. Back to you, Mike and Chris. Jimmy, look forward to a great week tonight.
This will be kicked off and taken by Baltimore right past the 30 to the 33-yard line. First and 10 for RG3 and the Ravens. Griffin, shotgun snap, moves away, moves back, moves away. Penalty on the field is probably will be for holding. It might be against Baltimore. Third time Baltimore's had the ball. A holding penalty against the former Charger, DJ Fluker, and it brings the Ravens back. Here's Griffin throwing it over the top. And it'll be second down and short, or long. Second down and long, short gain because of the big hit. Not the big hit, the penalty. RG3 in the shotgun. Second and 15. He got clobbered down. And he never let go of the ball. He was just hammered to the turf by Hayward, and it'll be third and long. Just a great play by Hayward with the hip. And he looks back and sees it. He actually went back to kind of make a go to try to make a tackle on maybe a receiver. Thought he had let go of the ball. Then he looked back and he saw he had made the sack. Third and 23. Ravens have come to the conclusion that they're going to have to punt. So they get a bit of a short inside screen to get more yardage. And that's what they do. It'll be fourth down. Baltimore, quick 3 and out. They'll have to punt. Fourth and 17. Here's the punt. And this is going to land to a Steeler at the 20. Who muffed it? Baltimore's going to pick it up and get to the 10-yard line. Yes, Baltimore is in business at the Pittsburgh 10. The ball hit the Steeler receiver, and he didn't fair catch it. He thought he could make a move, and it hit him. The tackle jarred the ball loose. First guy to it was a Raven who picked it up, and Baltimore is at the Steeler 10 with the ball. Just kind of like what before Pittsburgh did with the interception to get in range. And eventually, obviously, the next drive, the interception to score a touchdown. Baltimore special teams, huge. And now RG3 is going to get the ball back, but this time, first and goal. Or first and 10. Goes first and goal. There is a penalty on the play as the run went past the first down marker, but they threw a flag down pretty quickly. First and 15, a screen by RG3 made a few moves to get some more yards. Back to the 16-yard line goes Hill. Griffin in the shotgun. Pittsburgh will push the pile. He gives it over to Hill. Gets a first down. It was actually Griffin, excuse me. You realize that was a quarterback sweep, basically. Unbelievable what Baltimore plays that they ran. He was able to run it past the side and make it first down for the Ravens. It looks like it'll be the Ravens at the Pittsburgh 5. New offensive lineman in the game because he was just feeling some pain a little bit. RG3's in the shotgun. First and goal from the 4. Griffin handoff. Pushing to about the 1-yard line is Hill. It'll be second and goal late in the first quarter. A touchdown will tie it. An extra point will give Baltimore the lead. .220 left in the first quarter. Second and goal. RG3 in the shotgun. And it'll be a timeout for the Ravens. Wasn't sure exactly what they were going to call, so they'll call a timeout and try to completely figure it out.
Offensive rookie of the year, then injury suffered against Baltimore. Things went south very quickly. Kirk Cousins became the guy. RG3 was released. Up to Cleveland, started 5, only 1-1. That was out of football. Throwing the ball to palm trees. Running on a track down at Disney, trying to keep the dream alive. Ravens called twice with the same offer. Second time he said yes. He's been here. He's a 30-year-old.
Griffin in the shotgun, handoff, pushing up the middle. Looks like Baltimore got it. Touchdown, Ravens. Push towards the line, and you see his legs are still coming, and Edwards just gets that shoulder to tie the game. Baltimore hands were up, several offensive players behind, claim that was a goal. That was a touchdown. Excuse me, wrong sport. Touchdown. So here is the Tucker extra point to give the Ravens the lead. Yes! That one hooked a little bit, but he's still true. Baltimore leads for the first time 7-6. Bad special teams has cost the best team in football. And the Ravens lead by 1.
Is now a good time for a flare-up.
Enough, Crohn's.
For adults with moderate to severe Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, Stelara can provide relief and is the only approved medication to reduce inflammation on and below the surface of the intestine in UC. You getting on that flight back off UC?
Stelara may increase your risk of infection, some serious, and cancer. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you have lasting remission can start with Stelara. If you've been financially impacted by COVID-19, Janssen may be able to help. This holiday at T-Mobile, it's not about how far apart we are. It's about how close we can be. So we're bringing out our best deal on the new iPhone 12 with 5G on every plan. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on every single plan. Switch now and save 20% on your bill versus the other guys. That's the best value in wireless. That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on America's largest 5G network. And save 20% per month. It's time for holiday on. It's time for T-Mobile.
In 2077, what makes someone a criminal? Getting caught. So seize the day and set it up by Cyberpunk 2077. Rated mature. Pre-order now.
All right, we are back. Baltimore kicking off. Late in this first quarter, 2:07 left. It was a quick first quarter as it wound down, but now it's kind of been at a standstill. Well, also the scoring as well. We've seen how that's gone. As it'll be taken at the 5, return to the 15, and then finally he goes down at the 20. Here comes Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger has been sacked by, I think, the Baltimore Ravens. I didn't know this. 60 times, the most by any team he's played with, and I believe Baltimore's the team he's played the most. It's either that or Cincinnati. Here is Roethlisberger, throws over the middle to Ebron, cannot break a tackle, but does get tackled right as he catches it for about 5 yards. It'll be second and short. Here is a handoff, and that'll get about 3. So it'll be third and very short for the Steelers. Here's Roethlisberger throwing a short one past the first down marker. Diving down is of his receivers on first down. There's Roethlisberger in the shotgun. And that's a throw past the sideline, breaking a few tackles. And that'll get a first down for the Steelers, and that will end the quarter. Baltimore 7, Pittsburgh 6. But the Steelers approaching midfield with the ball.
Who could have known that extra love could add extra pounds? That all those accidents could have a medical explanation? Or that the smallest changes could make the biggest impact? You did, and so did we. That's why Hills always starts with the pet's biology to anticipate their ever-changing nutritional needs for differences you can see, feel, and trust. So you're always a step ahead.
Microsoft Surface helps power the NFL. And even though this isn't a typical NFL season, we won't let that stand away what matters most. Rookie tradition. All right, Ricky, let's see those shots. This is for you, Pat. Yo, in the same. As an entertainer, make sure you move tight before you come get right. That's what you need to do right there. You're in the NFL now. Help you out. Yeah, one more thing. Let's go.
So that's the end of the first quarter. So that's how that goes. 7-6, Baltimore.
Hey there, I'm Aisha, and my favorite thing about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is how easy you can share them with your friends. They taste fresh, they're crispy, you can taste that every single one is unique. The top tier, best chicken nuggets ever. You guys should put that in the commercial.
Hi, my name is Brian, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is you can taste the different types of cheeses and the blends that they use, and everything just comes together. It's like a delicate dance. They're like perfection in every bite.
We're tuning on 5G across the country with the coverage of 5G nationwide. And in more and more cities, the unprecedented performance of ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. It will change your phone and how businesses do everything. I'm proud because we didn't build it the easy way. We built it right. This is the 5G America's been waiting for, only from Verizon.
January 7th, Ted Benson is Mr. Mayor. You're not the mayor. I'm the mayor. Well, let's just agree to disagree, shall we? Mayor! Mr. Mayor premieres January 7th on NBC.
Our aerial coverage on this Wednesday afternoon is brought to you by Geico. Mike Tirico and Pharrell Michaels with Chris Collinsworth and Michelle Tafoya. See the snow on the grassy areas here. We come on inside Heinz Field, the North Shore in Pittsburgh. 7-6 Ravens.
There was a handoff past the 50 for Trufant, and it is now a second down for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger on the shotgun. Got it. Ravens pressure. He'll throw down the sideline. Ebron, what a catch! What a fantastic catch by Ebron. And you usually see those catches on toe tap to the sideline, which is unbelievable, as Elliott for Baltimore is down. But he actually kept in bounds. And another Raven is down behind the play where Roethlisberger is. Elliott's going to hobble back on the field, but he's definitely going to have to go back to the Raven bench. We'll see what happened with the injury, the other injury at the 50. So I go back to commercial because of two injuries.
Hey Siri, turn it way down. This year, you got it done. Now Walmart can help check off your gift list with free curbside pickup, fast delivery from your Walmart store, or gifts shipped right to your door. Let's end the year celebrate.
We're still at this impasse, you might call it, here at commercial. Ready for early second quarter. Ravens and Steelers.
Back home this home, when we love. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today for exceptional leases financing offers at the Mercedes-Benz dealer.
This year, you got it done. Now Walmart can help check off your gift list with free curbside pickup, fast delivery from your Walmart store, or gifts shipped right to your door. Let's end the year celebrate.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw, live Mondays at 8 on USA.
The good news is both Elliott and Wolf walked off under their empire. They both have their helmets. Looks like they'll have a chance to go back in.
So it's a bit of an ankle turn on the defensive player from behind Roethlisberger. So that Ebron catch put Pittsburgh at the 22-yard line, and now Ebron catches another ball. This one's at the Baltimore 16. So now that's where he moves them. Now it is Roethlisberger throwing over the middle. He's got Juju Smith-Schuster to about the 6-yard line. It's first and goal, Pittsburgh.
This is what the Steelers are right now. Jimmy Smith was on a knee for a moment.
And there was a slight injury with Baltimore. I use the word slight because right now it's not being an issue. Jimmy Smith, and now he'll be walked to the sideline. This is just a collapse defensively. Not point-wise, but, you know, who's healthy by Baltimore. Their roster is so thin right now. They're playing the Cowboys on Tuesday. That got moved to Tuesday because Sunday it just didn't seem like there was enough time for Sunday. So they'll be playing Dallas on Tuesday. And Dallas has had a lot of injuries on their end too. Roethlisberger, handoff, and this gets shot down way behind the line of scrimmage. Clark comes in, a really big safety, and pushes the pile. Help get Snell, which is a big loss on first and goal for Pittsburgh. Also, I have to exemplify when I say words like loss. You're talking yardage, not a player getting injured. Not because of all the injuries that have been. You think of that. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Throws out of the pocket. Incomplete. Dropped. Baltimore thinks this is a fumble. Roethlisberger can't believe it. It looked like a touchdown for a second, but then there was just enough pressure to drop the ball. 3rd and goal. Field goal would be huge here because for Baltimore, because the Ravens, who are just that was Claypool who tried to get it, but you're down by 2. You're so injury ravaged. You need all the breaks you can get. You don't want to get down a touchdown, even though you are leading right now. Here's Roethlisberger throwing out of the pocket, dropped. Another drop. This is to Johnson, who that was a routine route. If Johnson looks at the ball, grabs it, and then he runs and slides into the end zone, that's an easy touchdown. But he was thinking so far of, can he beat his guy? Can I get it to the end zone? I don't want 4th and goal. And not thinking of the touchdown. Then not thinking of the catch. And that just went right off of Johnson's body. And so Baltimore forces 4th and goal. Humphrey with the coverage. And Pittsburgh will go on the kick. They missed an extra point from around here. This is true. So Pittsburgh reclaims the lead. They're up by 2. Their largest lead of the night, which is pretty crazy. Pittsburgh 9, Baltimore 7. 11:50 left in the second. All right, so still early in the second. Well, it's gone down a little bit. Wait for this to come back this second quarter.
Holidays go light and all your dreams take flight. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today for exceptional leasing financing offers at Mercedes-Benz Winter Event.
Tonight, we're lighting America's tree live with the biggest names in music, singing the greatest hits of the season. Christmas in Rockefeller Center. Be there live tonight on NBC.
Thursday, The Voice celebrates the holidays. Star-studded live performances. The Voice Holiday Celebration, Thursday on NBC.
So many great games, so many big names, so many odd occurrences in the rivalry between the Ravens and the Steelers, and perhaps another chapter.
As Currentcraft 400 blares throughout Pittsburgh. The Steelers. Black and gold dominant team that has to catch some breaks, has to find a way to hold on to leads. Very much like those Boston Bruins that share the same song. Ready to kick off. With 11:50 left in the second. This will come out of the end zone. A touchback, Baltimore to the Raven 25. No McSorley, but he's here. No RG3, obviously. Or no, excuse me, there is RG3. No, I'm having an issue. Lamar Jackson has tested positive for COVID. McSorley, I guess, what is the third string? I just thought he was the second, but he's the third. Behind Griffin and behind Jackson. 1st and 10. RG3 the handoff, and right back is brought down by the Steeler defense. Wormley with the huge hit, which forces second and forever. Second and 11. Griffin throws over the middle for 5 yards, and Brown goes down. It'll be third down. Third and 4. Here's Griffin getting out of there. Griffin gets sacked. Steeler defense is everywhere. Hayward pushing around. You can see them talking. And it'll be fourth down. Ravens will punt. Sorry. Cook will punt this down to the It'll be taken at the 26-yard line. Fair catch. 9:41 left in the second. Pittsburgh leads by 2, and they've got the ball back.
Accelerate a lot. Defender distance, decimal. My only out, zero gravity, 6 points. Best clip and play of the season. Next gen stats powered by Amazon Web Services. AWS how.
And we're back, just like that. Just a short little commercial to Chris McCaffrey. And now bring on the Pittsburgh Steeler offense. Snell will push, and then he'll get about 6 on that one. Second down. Ravens definitely want to force Steelers not to do, force turnovers, not to do some great things here. Like they're able to pick up a lot of yards from the last drive, and Baltimore went nowhere. That's what the offense they want to do. And this Pittsburgh offense is not entirely prolific. As the Ravens are saying, this is incompletion. This is a pass to Johnson. But why I started with that sentence was this Steelers offense is very good at what they do. And maybe when you have more pressing teams in the playoffs that will press the line, they may have some problems on offense. But they do a lot of slants, do a lot of short passes, and these young receivers are able to figure that out. Not an explosive offense, but an offense that can score when they need to, and a suffocating defense. A short throw to Smith-Schuster, and Juju Smith-Schuster picks up a few. It'll be second down. Deontay Johnson picked up 116 yards, 6 receptions, and a touchdown against the Bengals in 12 receptions and 111 yards against Jacksonville last week. Here is a screen past the first down line to the 49-yard line to Deontay Johnson again, and it's first down, Pittsburgh. No one has been up more than more than one score in this game. No one obviously has been up more than two. More than 6 in this game, excuse me. And a throw in an incompletion. If Pittsburgh drives down the field in the end zone and gets an extra point, they would take a 2-possession lead, up by 9. But Roethlisberger on this play, while I was explaining that, just overthrew his receiver. That was Deontay Johnson again. 2nd and 10. With 7:25 left in the quarter. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Roethlisberger pressured, throws to Deontay Johnson. He was hit too hard where he could not get the ball up to Johnson, who was wide open on the screen. Bounce down to the turf. It'll be 3rd and 10. Johnson kind of threw his hands up like, what do you want me to do? But it's not his fault at all. It's, not really anybody's fault in Pittsburgh. Well, maybe blockers, but Roethlisberger got hit too hard where he could not throw the ball up into a nice target, and that was the idea of the play. And it was working. Shotgun snap to Roethlisberger. Big Ben has room and space, throws, and he's got a man past the 30-yard line. And it's the Notre Dame receiver Claypool, our young rookie who has been outstanding for Pittsburgh, probably will win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He gets the ball to the 30, so it'll be 1st and 10 Steelers. And that time, Baltimore had all the pressure in the world on downs 1 and 2. They could not get that pressure on 3rd down. He had a clean pocket. He's got one now. Now Baltimore presses, and it's a screen throw, and it'll be 2nd and short. McLeod will help Pittsburgh on that reception. I'm sorry. I just stubbed my toe. Oh. Yeah, I apologize, guys, for the faces and everything. I just viciously stubbed my toe. Oh, all right. 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger pressured. Roethlisberger throws short screen. Has to get to the outside. Snell breaks a tackle. Snell past the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, Pittsburgh, with 5:50 left in the second. I'm talking about the Pittsburgh offense, how they've been able to kind of figure out themselves what they can do since the game against Dallas a few weeks ago. But with the 8, not the 7. Roethlisberger shotgun. Throw for a screen. Doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 2nd and goal. That was Smith-Schuster who got the ball. A field goal would make it a 5-point game here. So Baltimore shouldn't give away any points if you're a Ravens fan. But, again, they're not out of the woods when giving up a field goal. 17 plays and 111 yards by Pittsburgh in this quarter. 3 plays and 3 yards by Baltimore. Steelers have really outplayed the Ravens in this quarter, and they've taken a lot of time off the clock, too. Roethlisberger pump fakes, throws to this corner of the end zone, looking for the Oklahoma State man, Washington, And you cannot find him. It's 3rd and goal. Third and goal. Baltimore wants that one stop to force a Pittsburgh field goal. Steelers might have to call timeout here. They don't. They get the snap off. Roethlisberger throws. Ebron drops it. Baltimore with the defensive play. The pressure was on Ebron. He tried to make the catch and run before he caught the ball. Clark on coverage. And Baltimore looks like they will face another Steelers field goal. Pittsburgh has been the much better of these two teams through both quarters, but have just not capitalized on prime opportunities. Here's Chris Boswell, his second field goal. The guy's missed an extra point, but he's hit 2 field goals. Boswell makes it 12-7. Steelers up by 5, but they're going to give the ball back to Baltimore with 4:27 left in the second. Ravens have a chance to take the lead. Just unbelievable how good the Steelers have played and how that situation, that opportunity is still there for Baltimore to take a lead in a game where they've played absolutely horrible. Like Pittsburgh should probably be up 23-7, something like that. They should be right now up by like 14, 15 points, and they're only up by 5. Just a few ways that Pittsburgh's played, some of the drops, some of these missed plays. I'll wait for this game to start. This game to come back. Excuse me.
This is the new Google Pixel 4a with 5G with all-day battery. If someone has things to do, places to go, it's the battery anxiety buster. The Google Pixel 4a with 5G from $499. No matter what sometimes keeps you up, Nature Made helps you win the night. Our extended release melatonin helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
This year, people have lost their minds.
The case that has captivated the world. Wild sex torture.
She kept bringing random guys home.
She was alive when they put her in that freezer.
We are back in Pittsburgh with the Steelers leading by 5 over Baltimore. And the Ravens going to get the ball back. Here's Boswell, drops that into the end zone. And they're talking about the fandom of Pittsburgh. And I don't care too much about the Pirates. I don't like the Steelers, and I really hate the Penguins. But I got to say, well, I know I don't really know any Pirate fans, but I know a ton of Steeler fans and a ton of Penguin fans. Man, there is an absolute – Pittsburgh fans are absolutely dedicated to their sport, to their city, and yeah, you guys are great fans. There's no bandwagoners, just – love your team, love your city, and absolutely, I respect that. I may not like your teams, but I absolutely respect them. Specifically, the one I like the least. I really respect the Pittsburgh Penguins organization, even though I don't like First and 10, RG3 hands off, and immediately when he makes the handoff, it went nowhere. Great play by Watt with Dupree there as well at second down. Griffin in the shotgun, play action fake, throws over the top of the wide open Bryant. It's 3rd and 11. And it was Des Bryant, the former Dallas Cowboys superstar that I've actually met, ironically, and he just whipped it up ahead. They have the most combined sacks by teammates in the league, Watt and Dupree, 0.5 away from the best defensive player in football, Aaron Donald, and also Lloyd, his teammate. Leonard Floyd. Shotgun snap for Jackson, for RG3, for Griffin. Griffin broke some tackles. Griffin to the 50. Griffin to the 40. Then to the 36. RG3 I didn't think was going to get to the first down marker, but he broke a ton of tackles. And almost, it looked like he would have scored a touchdown. 39 yards for vintage Washington, RG3. Griffin broke so many tackles there. Got across midfield, made so many moves, and so Baltimore is in business. And remember, a touchdown will take the lead for the Ravens. Again, I was saying about a team that has played very badly, but the other team has not accomplished what they wanted to. RG3 shotgun snap, he'll hand off, and that'll get about 5. It'll be second down. Now the Ravens are clicking. We are 30 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. Ravens trail by 5 against the best defensive football. Broadcasters say their offensive line has played well. I don't believe they've played well, but they have not played terribly. They've managed the game fairly well, yeah. So they've been decent. Here is a penalty, and it looks like it'll be against Baltimore. No. One of the few penalties, a too many men penalty against Pittsburgh. And that will help Baltimore. Second and 1 for Baltimore. Griffin in the shotgun. This will be the last snap until the 2-minute warning, unless they decide not to make it. Here's a read option play. Over for Griffin, who's hobbling. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. Once Griffin made a move, he was hobbling the way. He hobbled his way to a first down, but into the sideline, literally just hopping from one foot. But it's 2-minute warning, so they can look at him as long as they'd like. 1:57 left. Hopping RG3, who just turned it on one leg, will get the first down for the Ravens at the 2-minute warning.
Gingerbread builds tradition. A string of life spots family ties. The last minute makes a lasting impression. A tray carries your heritage. And an ending means a new beginning.
The relationship between police and communities of color is historically complex. Solutions must be explored on all levels. Vera Institute and Michael Thomas are all about criminal justice reform. We talk to judges and community leaders to offer solutions to make our system more just, which included advocating for reduced arrests and policies that reflect where we are as a society today. It takes all of us to end racism and hate. Keep moving the sticks.
This holiday, get the 5G America's been waiting for.
Verizon 5G is next level.
Unlimited plans fit everyone in your family, starting at just
We will wait.
5G unlimited, no extra cost. Plus,
Yeah.
you'll get the energy
Wait,
efficiency
she
and gaming
ticked down all the way to
100% obsessed with
past the 2-minute warning to the end of the first half.
all
With
my favorite sets.
Pittsburgh leading by 5, but
Galaxy S
they're hemmed in.
It's like a gift on top of another gift. You keep coming at it everywhere.
This is 5G from America's most reliable network.
Not sure who's getting the ball back, but we'll see. Usually the halftime show, or not the halftime show, but like the halftime result, is kind of interesting on NBC because they show you which is what this is on. They show you the games. Oh, they got the commissioner to talk to. Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say they show you the game, the half, but they also show you all of the games in the NFL before, which take up most of the time that usually other games, other halftimes don't. Monday does the same thing, but usually they're not able to. But they're probably talking to the commissioner on his plans with the disease. Okay, anyway, Griffin hobbles out of the sideline. We'll see who's going to be out there. Griffin again. No McSorley. Griffin was feeling a little bit of pain, but he comes back out. 1:57 to go in the second. Baltimore Ravens. They trail by 5 points. Here's RG3 in the shotgun, stepping up and throwing it a little bit inaccurately to Brown, and corner on him lets him know that he dropped it. No, not really drop it. It wasn't hit into him. It just hit his finger. And it was Watt who covered him as well. And Watt's not a cover linebacker, but he let him know that I can cover you if I have to. RG3 is going to call his second timeout for Baltimore with 1:53 left. At 2nd and 10. A field goal would put the Ravens within 2. A touchdown would give them a 1-point lead, a 2-point lead, and an extra point. Or excuse me. A touchdown would give them a 1-point lead. An extra point would give them a 2-point lead. 2-point conversion would give them a 3-point lead. Syracuse Notre Dame is showing. We'll not be broadcasting that game. I'll only be broadcasting Notre Dame if it's like a playoff bowl game, or they play A&M, or both. Second and 10. Here's a handoff, and after reverse field, which gets the Ravens 1 yard. It'll be 3rd and long. Hill, the handoff. .95 seconds left in the half. Pittsburgh 12, Ravens 7. All right, nice to see you back. You come back late in the half. Baltimore are driving to try to take the lead, try to get the first down that they need. If not, they'll probably go for the field goal and put them within 2. 1:10 to go in the second. Here is Griffin, the handoff. And this will get a first down, and it'll break more tackles. Put him at the 3-yard line. Hill gets to the Pittsburgh 3. The Steelers have played an unbelievable half, but somehow they're on the verge of going into halftime trailing because they cannot finish their chances and they cannot finish off this Baltimore team, and that might be deadly. Ravens are pushing for more room. Speaking of pushing, Hill to the end zone. Did he get there? No. They say he was down at the 1-inch line. It'll be 2nd and goal, and the Ravens will call their final timeout. That oval just is short of the end zone, but they call a timeout. They call their final timeout of the half. They're going to put 2 more seconds left on the clock. They do. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. It was 1st and goal, but they went for the rush and they got to the 1-inch line, so now it's 2nd and goal. Tucker is getting ready for the field goal, but Baltimore legitimately believes they can get into the end zone. Second and goal. 26 seconds left in the first half. They'll probably run the ball here. RG3, handoff. Doesn't look like he got there, and the Ravens have got to snap this ball quickly. They have no timeouts. Baltimore has no timeouts left. Tick, 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 tick. Clock's still running. Clock's still running. There are no timeouts left. They're trying to get everybody out of the pile. I don't think they have a chance for a touchdown here. There's pushing and shoving. 5 seconds left. 4, 3. They're going to go for it here. Touchdown, Baltimore! With no time on the clock. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. And we're going to the half. Horrible clock management by Baltimore. Horrible clock management by the Ravens. There was a running play, and he didn't get there. They had no timeouts left. There was more pushing and shoving, and they didn't get the ball at the line until 5 seconds left. They snapped it. Instead of going for the field goal, they go for the touchdown. They almost get it, but Wilson drops it at the final second. So Pittsburgh's getting the ball back miraculously. They're up by 5. Horrible clock management by Baltimore. Steelers 12, Ravens 7. Going to the half.
Trash in the woods and wait till the fires take care of it. New house.
I didn't know we had to move into this gross warehouse.
Your wife makes a great point, sir. She's
Ew.
I'm sorry. It is very confusing in the land. Same Ted. My city needs it. Ted Danson is Mr. Mayor. January 7th on NBC.
I know you can't watch it because it's on NBC. I just got to tell you, Josh, if you're still watching, horrific clock management. I'm going to explain to you what happened again. So if I was a little bit rapid on it, if you're here, I will explain to you. Just let me know if you're here. And also if you're here, let me know if you want to do hockey trivia because I don't know what to do at the half.
FanDuel's simple, intuitive app makes it easy to get closer to the game. To get Dan even closer, we've arranged for him to experience a genuine James Harrison tackle.
Wait, what? Tackle? Can we not do the tackle?
If he doesn't tackle you, he doesn't get paid.
It doesn't get paid.
pay free all season long.
Share more holiday joy than ever with Optimum. Now your family can get ultra-fast 300 meg internet and enjoy live TV and built-in streaming apps with Optimum's entertainment experience, all for the new low price of only $60 a month. With free installation when you order online, we'll even share a $100 Visa prepaid card with you. Plus, for a limited time, get the Optimum Amplify smart speaker with high-fidelity sound for only $1 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Optimum.com to get your share of these deals before they're gone.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. We make it happen.
So let me know if you're here, Josh, and also if you want to do hockey trivia.
Everything you need to make the holidays brighter than ever. That's how we're making joy this season. How will you? Right now, lease the Ford Escape for just $149 a month with eligible trade-in. See more holiday offers at buyfordnow.com.
Advice for coping in the time of COVID on News for New York. Welcome to the Toyota halftime. Let's go places. Baltimore almost took the lead into the locker with the great time management in question. Steelers slow playing the second down run with Wilson able to bring it in. At the break, it is 12-7 Pittsburgh trying to remain undefeated as we welcome you to the Toyota halftime. And let's not waste any time. Let's bring it Ron Kapita, the Commissioner of the National Football League, from the league office in New York, working here on a Wednesday afternoon, as many are. Commissioner, why don't you start with this game for a minute, and the question of winning it played or not. Ultimately, even 10 days of positive tests on the Baltimore side, what was the information that you and the health and safety folks gave? It was okay and safe to go forward playing tonight's game.
Well, Mike, first of all, our protocols are established with the health and safety of our players and all personnel, coaches included, in mind, and that's our first priority. And we developed these protocols with our Players Association, and we believe that they've been very effective in identifying, isolating, and controlling.
So right now it's just commercial, or not commercial, halftime. We're talking to the commissioner as we wait long and then to get to back to half to start between Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Health and safety people, our medical experts led by Dr. Sills, did a wonderful job of tracing the virus and making sure that we understood where it was generated from, how it was spreading. And I think, by having the delays of a couple of days, that gave us the confidence that we understood where the virus was coming from, how it was continuing to spread, and that we were in the last stage of that and comfortable that the game could be played safely tonight.
This game gets pushed back 6 days, yet the Denver game when that quarterback room gets wiped out because of contact tracing. That game goes on and they don't have a quarterback, and people talk about competitive balance. Why the difference in the two decisions?
Well, Mike, it starts with our decisions are based on medical issues, and with that being our priority. And we told the clubs that early in the year. They all understand that absent a medical issue, we're going to play the games, and that we gave each club additional flexibility with respect to their roster size, the flexibility of moving people off of the reserve list and back onto the and that was to make sure that the games were played.
Nothing waiting around.
We want to make sure that we're preventing the spread of the virus, and that's why when we see high-risk close contact like we've had in Denver, regardless of the position group, we're going to make sure that those players are in a position where they can affect others, whether they're on their own team or whether they're on the opposing team. So that's been done several times throughout the season.
Let me spin forward. We only have about 45 seconds left. Any thought of shortening the season at this point? How safe do you think it is to go forward and finish this thing up?
We do think it's safe to continue. Listen, there are challenges. We're seeing virus spread and increase in our communities. And so that's a challenge for us. But we believe that the protocols that we've established are working. We're going to continue to evaluate and see what improvements we can continue to make as we did just last week. And we'll do that. And obviously our objective is to finish 256 games safely.
At 15 seconds, bubbles for the regular season seem tough to pull off. Have you started thinking about bubbles for the postseason?
Mike, our issue on bubbles, listen, the way it's perceived, I think, in the
the general public is that
I'm still going through waiting for this halftime to come.
we believe that the protocols are working, we
That's it.
would consider further isolations to reduce the risks for all of our personnel so that they're not exposed to the virus and bring it into the facilities or to the club.
The time is brief. Commissioner, thanks for joining us on a Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of the game.
It's a great game, Mike. Thanks.
Appreciate it, Roger Goodell. Same here, Commissioner of the National Football League, joining us at the half time back in just a moment. 12-7, our score here. Pittsburgh on top. First, a holiday message from Toyota. Well, thank you. Right here.
Thanks for waiting, kids. Oh, I hope since I got it. Cannot wait to get it home. My big summer really appreciate it.
All right. Commercial time, and then hopefully they'll get back to the game.
Good morning. Welcome to today. We're glad to have you with us. Hope you love the holidays.
Happy holidays from today.
Wrapping things ahead, Arthur. Before the Tokyo 2021. Before the second half here, tighter than some thought. Steelers get the ball to start the second half.
They're just doing.
7 score. You want to explain the last 30 seconds of the half?
Oh no, I guess they are back. I thought maybe they were just going to stay there. Right, this is the clock management. So, anyways, here, this is the clock management. So they go in for the running play. One of the tackles knows that it's there, but they're kind of just moseying around. They're not taking their time. Now there's 7 seconds left, and instead of just spiking the ball and going for the field goal, they get the catch. Now this horrible time management is fine if the guy catches it, but he drops it and whatever. So the coach, the Ravens coach, usually is very smart what he does, but to yell at the ref that, I thought the ball was in, kind of stupid because you made the play clock decision that was horrible. So, all right, so that was that bad decision. So Pittsburgh gets away with a lead where they really shouldn't have one. So now there's back to commercial. I tell you, they usually do like a little break that's short by like a minute, and then get right back to more commercials. So that's what's doing here. So that's what they're doing now with just more commercials, and then second half starting.
Having zero stress, wasting zero energy worrying. 0 days, 1
I'm sorry about that. I'm very tired.
0 regrets.
Actually, I'm not extremely tired. It is tired, yeah.
Yeah, I got a new one when I switched over to Spectrum Mobile. They're faster overall and more reliable. They all say that. It's just jibber jabber. Jibber jabber? Yeah,
Balderdash.
What? Did he sense any flap doodle? What is flap doodle?
I think it's like hemming and hawing.
With a little bit of hogwash. No, they're just faster and more reliable.
Okay. Spectrum Mobile gives you the fastest overall speed and the most reliable service coast to coast. It's a better way to mobile. Spectrum Mobile.
Nothing beats the fun of new technology during the holidays. And nothing has more fun technology than new Hyundai. Magical features like available blind spot view monitor
and wireless device charging. And with the savings of Hyundai Holidays, now you can get one for yourself. Hyundai Holidays. The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Get 0% APR for 72 months, plus 3 years complimentary maintenance on the Tucson. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Sleep tips for coping in the time of COVID. Thursday at 5. This broadcast is copyrighted by Info Productions for the private use of all audience. Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of Info Productions is prohibited. Tonight's first half highlight brought to you by
All right. We're back between Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh 12, Baltimore 7, but really the Steelers have gotten away with, they played a really good half, but they've just not been able to capitalize. They've given the ball away at times. The Ravens had that last chance where they had an unbelievable drive that ended up being no points because of the bad clock management and the drop at the end of the half. But Pittsburgh's up by 5, and they're getting the ball back. We'll see what Baltimore can do on defense.
Steelers have been slamming in the red zone by this Baltimore defense. The Steelers defense one more time.
68 straight games with a sack by this defense, tied the second largest streak in NFL history. What a defensive core, usually when you get and win the Super Bowl. You have a great defensive core, and that's what Pittsburgh's got here. That'll be kicked up and taken by the 2. Returned by Pittsburgh. They had a rush past the 20 to 25. It'll get launched to the 30, and a penalty flag comes roaring out. We'll see who this is on.
Number 92. 10-yard penalty. Pittsburgh ball, first down. Thanks, Emma. We go back down to Michelle.
Well, Mike Tomlin told me I have to have the whole story of this first half because he's already got me.
And it'll be against Pittsburgh, I believe they called it. I actually missed the call, but we will see right on the drive. I'll tell you who it's against once they show the players lining up for the snap. It's against Pittsburgh. It was against Pittsburgh. Baltimore rushes up right the line. Roethlisberger's got room. Roethlisberger going to air it out down the field. Incomplete. Baltimore's calling for a push-off. Pittsburgh's calling for a push-off. There is a penalty flag. Somebody pushed off. Find out who. Claypool still is yapping. Claypool will get the call to go his way. A pass interference call, so Pittsburgh was at the 20, went for the deep shot, and they're going to get the ball somewhere around midfield. See exactly where this play develops. Yeah, going to be pushed out right around 46-yard line. And this is a bad call. I just looked at that and realized they put the ball right at the 45-yard line. That's a bad call because kind of moved on the defensive player. But Pittsburgh gets a penalty, moves them up. Snell gets some yards, and it'll put Pittsburgh on the Baltimore 46. Baltimore 42, actually. They're really deep in it now. 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger. Steelers have to get to the Raven 35. Roethlisberger throws, cutting back to the ball is Deontay Johnson, and it will be 3rd and short. That was a high throw, but Deontay Johnson was able to corral it and make it 3rd and 1. Shotgun snap for Roethlisberger. Throw over the middle. Dropped by Johnson. By Smith-Schuster, excuse me. It's 4th and 1. Roethlisberger is still out there. This would be fantastic momentum for Baltimore. Let's see if Pittsburgh's just trying to draw him off, though. This would either be not exactly a pooch punt, but it would be somewhere near that. Or a monstrous field goal. Roethlisberger throws over the middle. Intercepted, no. Deflected and dropped by the corner, but it was 4th down, so it doesn't matter anyway. Baltimore. Queen thought he should have caught him. It doesn't matter because it acts as a turnover. Baltimore stands on 4th down. That was deflected and almost intercepted. Queen still shaking his head, but his team got a break. Baltimore's getting the ball back in their territory.
Shooting on 5G across the country with the coverage of 5G nationwide. And in more and more cities, the unprecedented performance of ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. It will change your phone and how businesses do everything. I'm proud because we didn't build it the easy way. We built it right. This is the 5G America's been waiting for, only from Verizon.
The holidays are a time for giving.
To your friends, your family.
To your teachers.
In that spirit of giving,
Chevy's proud to give our employee discount to everyone.
the Chevy price you pay
It's what we pay.
That is that for.
because giving and giving back is what the holidays are all about.
Use the Chevy employee discount for everyone to get a total value of over $8,400 on this Silverado. Get the Chevy employee discount for everyone today.
Congratulations. Welcome to the Aflac program. Now tell me, what does Aflac do? Aflac pays you money directly to help with unexpected medical bills. And does Aflac health insurance?
No, but it can help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
That's right. Are there any questions? Yes. Can I get one of those cool blue lasers? You know I can't play favorites. All right, let's talk coverage. It's go time.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Get to know us at Aflac.com.
Still waiting on commercials. Come back for this game. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing any words correctly. We are back. 13:26 left in the third. No idea what's going on with my voice today.
So, Mike, it is about it's one game back for any player to unnecessarily remain on top of a down runner. You know, the problem is that this takes some time to unpack, but Evans doesn't move. So, in my opinion, the referee should have stepped in and realized Pittsburgh was
RG3 in the shotgun. Hand off. Hill will get some more. They're talking about on that play, but it seemed like the running back was pushed down, was not able to get up. It should have been a stop clock and a penalty against Pittsburgh, but making it 1st and goal on the 1 for the Ravens because of the fact that he wasn't allowed to get up. That the referees missed it. 2nd and 4. It's gone is gone, though, and the Ravens have the ball at about the... Let's see where they put it at the 43-yard line of Baltimore. He gets right back to the line of scrimmage and gets hammered down. It'll be 3rd down for Baltimore. Third and 4. The tackle by Highsmith. Here is Griffin, excuse me, not Jackson. Griffin, the read option play. They've been using those old read option plays he used to use in Washington when he was just a huge time, rookie and big time player. And that one works. He just was able to slide for the first down. He was tripped up, but he was able to carry his momentum forward. 6 rushes for 61 yards, RG3. 5 of 9 for 22 yards passing and an interception. Not as good as a night when throwing the football as running. But he tried to rush it at the 48-yard line and throwing it out of bounds. And there's a penalty on the flag as he threw it out of bounds, but it doesn't look like it'll be intentional grounding. It looks more like roughing the passer against Pittsburgh.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 97. 15-yard penalty.
Rushing, I'm telling you, can't speak. Roughing the passer against Cameron Hayward and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and 15 yards for Baltimore. Tried to push him back, and that's what they did. Ball at the Pittsburgh 37. Ravens can take the lead with a touchdown. Shotgun snap for RG3. Read option again. Breaks a few tackles, gets to the 30. And it'll be second and short.
Yeah, and it's just, it puts the defensive end or outside linebacker in a bind here because they're going to pull, they're going to have coming across here, and you just are not sure which way to protect.
Chris Wormley, former Raven, former Michigan Wolverine.
And they're thin on the defensive line as well. They don't have Stephon Tuitt. We talked about him a little bit earlier, so they're not very deep there.
The Steelers missing 3 significant players because of being on the COVID.
Chris Wormley took a little bit of a hit after the play. He's going to go to the bench and see if he needs some attention.
One constant in this game lately, though, has been that the Baltimore Ravens know how to run the football against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers starters on the reserve, Steven Tuitt, who believes he's coming back against Washington next week. Running back James Conner, and their center Marquise Pouncey, one of their better players, on their roster. 2nd and 3. Griffin in the shotgun. Behind him is Edwards. They've also got a fullback out right. Here's the handoff to Edwards. Makes a move. Edwards pushes to the 21-yard line. And 2nd and 3 becomes first down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. And Pittsburgh is screaming that this is against Baltimore. A penalty against DJ Fluker, his second of the game, and it will be a 2nd and long for Baltimore this time. Second and 13. Griffin in the shotgun. Ball at the 40. Short throw. Needing yards. Has to backpedal. Then goes forwards. He backpedaled twice. He went forwards twice. Got about 3 yards in each attempt. So that's only 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and long. Ravens got to make sure, though, that they're in good field goal range because unlike the last drive, you don't want to come away with any points. Tucker is warming up. 3rd and 10. Ravens are not a long ball throwing team in the pocket like they usually are with Lamar Jackson. And I think right now the Steelers are going to try to bring up a defense that's similar to a Tampa 2. And don't break, bend, don't break defense, because that's what they're going with. They go for a run, losing yards, put them at the 41-yard line of the Steelers. So 4th down, we'll see if they bring out Tucker or if they bring out the punt team. Fourth and 12, they do not kick that. They do not kick a field goal. They go for a punt. See where this lands. This is going to take a Raven bounce to the Pittsburgh 2. So they don't go for the field goal. They get no points on that drive, but Koch blasts this all the way to the Steelers' 2-yard line. Now the 3 left in the third. Pittsburgh by 5, but hemmed in the shadow of their goal line.
Wherever you go this holiday, Chevy can help you get there. Which is why we're making our Chevy employee discount available to everyone. Certified prepay. Not a cent more. So wherever you go, happy holidays from Chevy.
So wait for these commercials to be done.
Get the Chevy employee discount for everyone today.
Hello, and welcome aboard Imperial Atlantic Flight 407. In the event of an emergency, stay calm. Imperial Atlantic cannot be held responsible should a passenger be, brutally murdered in their hotel room at their final destination. Any gossip that you may have heard about me, boarding with 3C, going back to his feet, and waking up in a pool of his blood is totally unsubstantiated and frankly a little judgy. Now, my name is Cassie, and I'll be your flight attendant on this route. Welcome aboard.
This is the new Google Pixel 5 with the Titan M security chip. But if someone who doesn't mess around with security, I don't mess around. It's the super safe stuff secure. 5G Google Pixels from $5.99. These are the new 5G Google Pixels with all-day battery. If someone has things to do, places to go, it's the battery anxiety buster. 5G Google Pixels from $5.99.
This season, watch football when you want with NFL Game Pass. Every snap from every game now with a lower price. All the plays in just 45 minutes. And learn from the players. NFL Game Pass, where football never stops. Go to NFL.com/Game Pass to start your free trial.
This look at Ben Roethlisberger through the years is brought to you by Walmart, and it's in relation to how often he gets sacked. A lot when he was hanging on to the ball forever, then a little bit better, and now, Chris, it's once every 39 dropbacks. He's gone from one of the most sacks in the
All right.
sacked quarterbacks in the league to one of the fewest sacked quarterbacks in the league.
Mike, in that first half, he went from 2.2 seconds per pass, which is fastest in the NFL, to 2.1 in the first half. That's getting faster.
Here is Roethlisberger handing off. It's about a yard on the play for Snell. It'll be 2nd down. A groin injury to Jimmy Smith. That's why the safety for Baltimore has not been playing since he had to go to the sideline. 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger shotgun snap from his end zone. Pump fake. He fell down, but he looks like Deontay Johnson got a first down. Then he pushes forward for the first down. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger got hit hard in the end zone, but he got them out of that spot.
He said he's so much more patient than he ever has been. Obviously, the timing was not on that round, and yet
he has sort of coached these young wide receivers. Juju Smith-Schuster at 24 is the old man in the wide receiver room.
Here's Roethlisberger, handoff to Snell, who goes nowhere. Baltimore defensive core is just finding a way on the run. They have not been bested at all. In the pass coverage, they have had their issues. I really think at this point, though, the long ball is going to come, but it's not going to come often. I would kind of seal up the gaps for screens and passes in the middle. Take away the short pass. Usually you want to take away the long pass. They have the short pass all day, but Pittsburgh lives off of their catch and runs. But they don't throw the ball deep and accurately as well as you'd think for an undefeated team this late in the season. Here's Roethlisberger throwing. He's got Ebron. And Ebron makes the catch, gets a few yards. It'll be third down, though. Baltimore has forced a ton of third downs in this game. 6:45 left in the third quarter. Now 6-4. Third and 4. Here's Roethlisberger throwing. He's got the young receiver, Claypool, who got swung down. Physically, Baltimore, another great defensive effort. They forced the fourth down after only giving up one first down on the drive. So the Steelers will have to punt. $5:40 left in the third quarter. Getting ready for this punt. Now it comes. At 35, and then this punt will land at the Raven 21. Taken at the 20. Return to the 30, and then tackled at about the 33. But a penalty flag is on the field. Watt made a play. He was celebrating. I don't know who this is on. I think Pittsburgh. But now Baltimore is shaking their heads, and the refs are pointing.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Return team number 41.
No, it is against the Ravens. A 10-yard penalty, a block in the back as they go to commercial. 5:27 left in the third. Pittsburgh leads by 5, but the Ravens got the ball.
Did you know the Geico's whole 15 minutes thing? That came from me. Really, my first idea was in 1/4 of an hour, your savings will tower. Over you, figuratively speaking. But that's not catchy, is it? That's not going to swim about in your brain. So I thought, what about 15 minutes, 15%? Serendipity.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. If you've got Prime, you've got Prime Video and non-stop action.
Are you looking for my clients? I'm this account. Hey, man, we're here. You don't trust me, you're making me. I thought we had a breakthrough with Volkswagen. We did, yes. We broke through. That's the Volkswagen. That's the price for it. Wow.
As we wait for these late stages of quarter 3 to come back.
What's up? I got a gift for you. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies. Just download it to your computer. It's free. Oh,
I have that saved in the front door.
you have that? So, that get me off your naughty list? Are you off the naughty words? Yes. I don't think so. Capital One Shopping. It's got
We are almost back. And now we are back. 5:27 left in this third quarter. RG3 in the shotgun. Handoff. Going absolutely nowhere. That's the thing. Baltimore's had a real struggle in the run game as well. It's second down.
Straight eight-man boxes now. The Pittsburgh Steelers are just making a statement on defense right now. Like, fine. Go on with it. You're going to be against your own against the run here today, but you're not going to run it anymore. And I think that we're going to see that on early downs pretty consistently now.
Griffin in the shotgun. 2nd and 12. They have movement. And the Steelers go blitz. Watt with the sack. 3rd down. And they predicted Baltimore to pass, which they had to because the running play wasn't working, and Watt was unblocked. The guy that would be assigned to Watt if it was on a blocking assignment was the tight end who immediately went out on the route. So there was nobody in space to block TJ Watt. JJ's little brother goes right up the side and powerfully sacks Robert Griffin III. It is 3rd and forever. Again, 21. Shotgun snap. It's a pitch. Past the 10 to the 15-yard line, and that's all Hill will get. And it's another Baltimore punt. Here's the punt for Koch. And this will land at the 33, taken just past the 38-yard line. Pittsburgh will have it at the 38-yard line, 30 and a half. 3:12 left in the third. Go back to commercial. Pittsburgh will have the ball back, up by 5.
Imagine life is that, or that. Having zero
And you get the feeling that if Lamar Jackson was playing, maybe this game would be a little different, just as good well as the Baltimore defense has been.
Especially now that you can start shopping from home. Click, call, or come by today. Visit our Volkswagen today with $0 deposit, 0 personal payment, and 0 designing.
And now a mini meditation. Inhale serenity. Exhale whatever's happening here. Now bring your focus to your customer. Salesforce Customer 360 helps you focus on a single view of your customer. Like Tom. Who's Tom?
We didn't USA insurance for this season, and the veterans that never quit on their team. But being a vet is tough, and stretching your luck is even tougher. Our agents put in the time and legwork for you.
So wait for this commercial to stop and the game to get back, where Pittsburgh will have the ball. At, I believe, the 33-yard line. The Pittsburgh 33.
Teams working around the clock. We had to rethink our whole approach. We're going to do togetherness. Logistically, it was kind of a nightmare. I'm not sure it's going to work. It'll work. I didn't know you were listening.
Hi everyone, Jamie Dornan and a performance from Phoebe Bridgers. Plus, Friday night, we have President Barack Obama. It's going to be great.
Don't miss an all-new Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon tonight on NBC.
So week 13 will start on Sunday.
Here's the schedule for week 13. I actually didn't know this. So Cleveland plays the Titans. The Raiders play the Jets. Jaguars play Minnesota. And Minnesota. Cincinnati plays the Dolphins. The Colts play Houston. Ooh, huge game. Detroit goes to Chi-Town. New Orleans plays Atlanta. I know also the Giants will be visiting the Seattle Seahawks, as well as Philadelphia against, as that throw is incomplete by Roethlisberger. Philadelphia in Green Bay against them. Washington will play these Pittsburgh Steelers, and on Tuesday, Dallas will play these Baltimore Ravens. All games for the NFC's teams are on the road. In Baltimore, in Pittsburgh, in Green Bay, and in Washington State, Seattle. Yannick Ngakoue, former Jacksonville Jaguar, lines up. He's very familiar with Ben Roethlisberger, who throws to a slant, and Schuster will drop the ball out of bounds. The Ravens are saying this is incomplete, not a fumble that was launched there. And it will be, they will agree with that call, incomplete. Maybe not now. That seems a lot like it would have been a fumble out of bounds.
I think the bobble happened sort of. It starts. Maybe not. I thought he put it away and made a turn. I'd say catch and fumble out of bounds. I just felt where he fumbled. Like Tommy thinks the same thing. He's going to throw his reach out.
And yeah, they do not get the playoff because the coach of Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin, will challenge that it's a fumble out of bounds, meaning that if it is a fumble out of bounds, the Steelers wouldn't have picked up the first down, but third and down would be like 3rd and 3 instead of 3rd and 10. They go back to commercials.
Also with 5G, and it's on AT&T, the fastest nationwide 5G network. Now new and existing customers can get our best deal.
Really? Mom, AT&T has the deal for new and existing customers. I will.
So what'd you say?
It's the wrong person. The guy named Carl. He's very excited and on his way.
Word of mouth advertising. It's what they did before commercials.
It's not complicated. Everyone gets our best deal, like the amazing iPhone 12 mini on us.
Still waiting.
Adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis uncover clear skin that can last. In fact, Tremfya was proven superior to Humira in providing significantly clearer skin.
Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, or if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Tremfya, uncover clearer skin that can last. Janssen can help you explore cost support options.
Could you tell where my head was at when you found me? Me and you went to heaven, that was my day. Before I got there, they all lonely. Now you're my head.
Go to NFLShop.com and gear up. Thursday, the voice celebrates the holidays. A star-studded night of performances. The Voice Holiday Celebration, Thursday on NBC.
All right, Ron Torber has been in consultation with New York, and here's the answer.
Here we go. Here's the call.
Receiver completed the process of the catch, then fumbled the ball forward and out of bounds. The ball will be brought back to the spot of the fumble, which is the 44-yard line. Then Pittsburgh's ball at that spot. Please set the game clock to 3 minutes.
There's a fumble out of bounds, okay? Now, fumble out of bounds, not a catch. So it's still 3rd down, but it's going to be like 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 10. The initial call was incomplete, which is what I was thinking, which is what the Raven bench was thinking. And To their credit, he fumbled in front of the Ravens bench.
He takes an additional step with control that completes the process. Catch one more of those. Just want to make sure you get this one.
3rd and 5, actually. So it's a 5-yard gain. Here's Roethlisberger throwing over the middle. Got Deontay Johnson for a first down to the 50. And that clearly shows that they were on point, because I don't think that would have been a first down if it was, I might have called this a play, but if it was a 3rd and 10. So that challenge comes up in spades for Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Thrown to the sideline, and Claypool puts both knees down, makes sure he's in bounds. It's first down. And there's another Baltimore player down. He's down in the sideline, though, so play can continue. And it's Marcus Peters. Just more and more injuries piling up for Baltimore. And it was a spin move on Deontay Johnson, and then Peters tried to get back up, but Peters really, he was hobbling all the way and just fell down on the sideline. Less than 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Steelers up by 5. Here's the throw over the middle. Close to the 30-yard line to Claypool. 2nd and short. 2nd and 2 at the Baltimore 32. Here's Roethlisberger, the handoff. And that is one that gets past the first down marker. Pittsburgh with a rare rush for a first down. It's McFarland who will pick up the first down for Pittsburgh. And the final minute of play in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10, Pittsburgh. Pump fake. Then throwing down the field. Caught, then dropped. Caught, then dropped. He went to Deontay Johnson, who was going to have a circus catch and probably would have been down at the 1-yard line. But great defense by the Baltimore corners, who are not giving up this lead. Beautiful deflection down low on the body of Johnson, who caught the ball. Then he denied it. He was denied. It also stopped the clock. 41 seconds left in the 3rd, 2nd and 10. Pittsburgh by 5, looking for more. Roethlisberger throw over the middle to Ebron, who goes down. He's at the 22. A field goal would give Pittsburgh an 8-point lead, still a 1-possession game. Touchdown would get them into 2-possession range. The first time any team has been in 2-possession range. 3rd and 3. Officials trying to make sure everybody's set. This should be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here on a Wednesday night matinee between Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Roethlisberger makes sure everybody's set. Will he get the snap? He will not. That'll end the quarter. No play. Ravens trail by 5, Pittsburgh 12, Baltimore 7, and the Steelers are driving dangerously close to Baltimore's end zone. So I'll go to commercial at the end of the 3rd.
Take crap from patients. Take crap from
doctors, are you questioning my judgments? My job to protect my patients. Patient matters. Is there something wrong?
I can't find the right thing.
You know how to do this job. And good at it. This is all my fault. No, something bad happened to you. That isn't your fault.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the holiday sales event, we're helping you make even more joy. Come with the best deals of the season with offers on select Ford SUVs and Ford Fusion. Everything you need to make the holidays brighter than ever. That's how we're making joy this season. How will you? Right now, use the Ford Escape for just $149 a month with eligible trade-in. See more holiday offers at buyfordnow.com. Share more holiday joy than ever with Optimum. Now your family can get ultra-fast 300 meg internet and enjoy live TV and built-in streaming apps with Optimum's entertainment experience, all for the new low price of only $60 a month. With free installation when you order online, we'll even share a $100 Visa prepaid card with you. Plus, for a limited time, get the Optimum Amplify smart speaker with high-fidelity sound for only $1 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Optimum.com to get your share of these deals before they're gone. Nothing beats the fun of new technology during the holidays.
All right, so waiting.
Fun technology than a new
Hey, for this fourth quarter to start. Final quarter of this game. First football game until Sunday. Well, NFL football game until Sunday. We will have a live stream tomorrow, though. We will have football. Minnesota United against Sporting Kansas City. The winner taking on the defending champion Seattle Sounders in the Western Conference Final. If Minnesota wins, it will be in Seattle in CenturyLink Field, whatever they're called now. I forget, Lumen Field or whatever. If it is Sporting Kansas City, take a trip to Missouri for the Western Conference Super Match. They will face the winner of the Eastern Conference Final matchup between Columbus and New England. Roethlisberger handoff. And Snell with room. Snell was stopped, but then he pushed the line. He backtracked, bumped to the other side, and got the first down. The Steelers are into the Ravens' red zone. He bounced out all the way past the 20 and past the 15, which then he went down there. And the right tackle, Okorafor, is right now talking to some of the trainers. He may be injured for a little bit. He just went down badly on one of the Baltimore Raven players, Chuck Clark, as Okorafor will now make his way to the sideline. 113 rushing yards for Baltimore, 38 for Pittsburgh. 118 total yards for Baltimore. They've really not been good in the passing game. 240 for Pittsburgh. They found their way. 1st and 10. Roethlisberger, short throw to Smith-Schuster. Stiff arm. Smith-Schuster is finally taken down close to the first down marker, which sits at the 2-yard line. Baltimore's 2-yard line. Ball at the Baltimore Ravens 4-yard line. Handoff to Snell. He's going to get the first down, but he's not going to get the touchdown. Put him in either the 2 or the 1. 1st and goal, Steelers. What a drive. And they are knocking on the door. Benny Snell Jr., 10 rushes, 32 yards. Baltimore's been exceptional on rush defense, but Can they stop this Pittsburgh juggernaut from pushing it into the end zone? Roethlisberger on the shotgun. Surprisingly, does not go for a running play. Throws to the outside. Touchdown, Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Steelers for the first time on a two-possession lead. Leading by 11. Heavily banged up Baltimore could not compete right now with the Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, the most experienced and physical wide receiver of this team. The extra point is good by Boswell. And now, the Steelers lead by 12. Roethlisberger, a strike to Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Steelers, 19. Baltimore, 7.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
Even 100% committed.
So early in this fourth quarter, we
We're tuning on 5G across the country with the coverage of 5G nationwide. And in more and more cities, the unprecedented performance of ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. It will change your phone and how businesses do everything. I'm proud because we didn't build it the easy way. We built it right. This is the 5G America's been waiting for. Only from Verizon.
Things have been a little different at 1101 Russell Street this year. But trust us, 1101 Russell is better than ever. Because this one has a stepdad breakfast buffet. This one has heated seats. This one has a mile-high cheering section. And this one is open all night long. So even if we can't all be at 1101 Russell, we can still put them home and home team.
This Sunday Night Football special is brought to you by
we are back. As they show some of the old Steelers, Ravens, glory times, Jacoby Jones. Remember that on Thanksgiving. This game is supposed to be on Thanksgiving, but it has not ended that way. Started that way. Boswell will boot this out of the end zone. Ravens got the ball, and this is really must-score drive, and specifically must-score a touchdown drive. Although a 9-point deficit wouldn't be the most horrible thing. Here's a running play to the line of scrimmage that goes nowhere. Mondo on the hit of Hill. Here's Griffin stepping up. He gets hammered. He throws it down the field. Incomplete. And that was headed more the corner's way than Brown's way. It stops the clock, and it's 3rd and 10. Hear the fans screaming, defense, defense. Boy, has that defense shown up for Pittsburgh. Alualu with the clobbering hammer time hit Robert Griffin III. That was going for Hayden, who would have had his 2nd pick of the game, and Hayden's 1st pick was actually a touchdown that started the Pittsburgh scoring. One of the 2 Pittsburgh touchdowns. Interestingly enough, that one touchdown that was scored just last by Smith-Schuster was the first offensive touchdown of the game for the Steelers. A penalty is on the field. We'll see what this is against, what this is about.
Formation by the offense. The offensive lineman on the end of the line originally was not covered. That's a 5-yard penalty to beat their down.
An illegal formation against Baltimore. So they're going to have to redo this 3rd down, and it's a lot longer. Third and 15. Here's Griffin. Shotgun snap. Somebody moved. Somebody moved. Somebody moved. Not sure who. Not sure who. Alualu is pushing. And it looks like it is against Pittsburgh. It is a neutral zone infraction, which makes it 3rd and 10. So even though it's a penalty against Pittsburgh, it's actually not the worst thing. They lose 5 yards, but it's still 3rd and long for the Ravens. So 3rd and 10 for Baltimore. Clock continues to move, which favors Pittsburgh. It does not favor Baltimore. A lot of Steelers are back in coverage. Not that many are pass rushing. Dupree, the only linebacker to move back. Dupree gets unchecked. Dupree makes a hit. The Ravens get the pass, but nowhere near the 1st down marker. Devin Duvernay with the catch, and Baltimore has no choice but to punt. Ravens gear up for the punt here. They'll see where this bounces. It's going to be fair caught at the Steeler 21-yard line with 11:30 left in the game. Steelers lead by 12, and they're getting the ball back. This might be an early, a quick commercial too. They said something about 30 seconds, and I'm getting sick of watching these, so that would be nice.
What makes an amazing deal even better? Toyota Care. It's a no-cost maintenance plan for 2 years and 25,000 miles, plus roadside assistance for 2 years and unlimited miles.
Toyota bonds on. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Big Ben Roethlisberger trots out there for Pittsburgh.
His career Super Bowl 40, which would have factored in Super Bowl 43 victory. He's going to run it to be 38 years old now. We told us earlier this week, last week.
1st and 10, Roethlisberger, short throw. has Snell. Snell pushing close to the 30. It'll be second down. Ben Roethlisberger throwing the quickest under a snap than Tom Brady than a lot of other quarterbacks have. And Smith-Schuster evaded a tackle, Deontay Johnson, and then goes to the Steeler bench with a quick fleeted catch for the first down. He steps out of bounds as well. Ball at the 35. Roethlisberger motions. Shotgun snap. Throws there for Schuster. Smith-Schuster gets to the 40. And he'll get 5 yards. And then a Raven took Smith-Schuster down for no reason. And pushing and shoving. That's it. I expected more. Snell still talking. There's a lot of discussion, but there's not much. There's not a penalty, and there's nothing else there. But the Ravens are starting to get to the point where they may have realized that their time is over, and they're not going to win this game. But it's the old Philadelphia Flyer adage. You know, we saw it a few years ago against the Caps, 2013, of like, you know, you may beat us heavily in the scoreboard, but we're not going down without a fight. We're going to make you bleed and bruises. Claypool gets a catch, falls down, gets right back up, and pushes right through for the first down. We'll see if he was touched. And he was not touched, so that's a good first down. See if maybe the hand's there. No, it was swinging, but it was missing. It did not hit Claypool at the time when he caught the ball. 8:53 left on the clock here in this game. Here's Roethlisberger standing in there. Delivers over the middle. Smith-Schuster gets a few yards, and 3 Ravens bury him. As Smith-Schuster's kicking his legs, I don't know why. He wasn't injured or anything, but whatever. If they let this play clock go down, Steelers won't snap the ball till under 8 minutes. Roethlisberger shotgun snap, throws it over to Claypool, who gets a few more yards. Now, Baltimore has 3 timeouts. Pittsburgh also has 3 timeouts. Baltimore can use them. They probably won't use them yet. Probably going to kind of wait, see, especially if they get the ball close to the 2-minute warning. Although they would enjoy or want more points before that to do that, you know. 3rd and 2. 8 seconds left on the play clock. 7:33 in the game. From the 50, Roethlisberger, excuse me. They were talking about Gronkowski, and I got confused. Roethlisberger throws a drop, and Ebron was going to run for the first down there, but he dropped it with 7:28 left. And that was an Eric Ebron drop, a rare one that probably would have been able to run for the first down and continue this drive. And Pittsburgh's adage and MO is probably going to be, you know, you keep on going, keep on also extending the clock, letting it run. And that was working for a little bit, but the drop did not help Pittsburgh on that punt. Here is punt. This will be fair caught Around the 14-yard line, the Ravens' 14-yard line. 7:21 left in the fourth. They go to commercial. Trace McSorley will be playing quarterback, not RG3.
Microsoft Surface helps power the NFL. And even though this isn't a typical NFL season, we won't let this stand for what better than rookie tradition. All right, rookie, let's see those fellas. This is for you, man.
Oh, and the same.
You got to entertain them. They should move the site before you come get right. That's what you need to do right there. You're the NFL now. You help you out. Man, one more thing. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about right here.
Everything you need when you need it most. Introducing the Toyota Venza with standard all-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
You've always been my center. Someday I'll remind you that you will always be just that.
Show her your love is unstoppable. In-store, online, or by virtual consultation. Only at K Jewelers.
I'm just looking at some stuff, some tweets by some NHL, people, publishers, people do stuff, and looking at stuff with the season.
Kansas City bound for Sunday night to see Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs take on the Broncos. With Drew Lock at quarterback back there. And you be sure to pick your Sunday night 7 picks on the free-to-play NBC Sports Predictor app. $100,000 jackpot every contest. So it'll be Sunday night. Then on Monday there are 2 games. The Steelers team will play Washington on Fox at 5 Eastern. Followed by the Sunday nighter, it's Buffalo, San Francisco.
All right, we're back. Baltimore getting the ball, and they don't do anything with it. That could be possibly their last drive. Pittsburgh in control for a few first downs, trying to just put this game away. Here's McSorley. Throws it incomplete. Down to the dirt where Brown was. McSorley read option. Past the line of scrimmage for a yard, and it'll be third down. He gets a yard on that. Here's shotgun snap. Here's McSorley, pressure, throwing over the middle. He's got a catch. Evan Duvernay, but it looks like Baltimore's going to have to punt again. And they're going to go for it. 4th and short, but they're on their, 15-yard line. This is a bit strange. 4th and 2. Trace McSorley in the shotgun. Gets outside. McSorley needs a rush. He gets the first down and gets hammered into the Baltimore bench. The Ravens want a penalty. And 39 for the Steelers, not sure who that is who was the one who clobbered McSorley out of bounds, is still yapping with Trace McSorley. Here's McSorley throwing over the top, and it's tipped incomplete, intended for Des Bryant, and it stops the clock with 5:31 to play. RG3 is getting his leg taped right now. Is McSorley right now on the field. McSorley gets out of there. 2 Steelers fall down. McSorley throws over the middle, almost intercepted by the same guy that hit him out of bounds 2 plays ago. It stops the clock, 3rd and 10. Minka Fitzpatrick, that's who it is. I know of Minka Fitzpatrick. I knew how great he played in Alabama and the Miami Dolphins, but I didn't recognize his number. But Minka Fitzpatrick had a huge hit on Trace McSorley, and he almost got an open field interception off a tip. McSorley keeps a deep step back, throws low and incomplete. He's not playing well, and it'll be 4th down. Now they probably will punt. No? Yes, they will.
And just got the first read out and completed some passes, it would have been better. He obviously wants to go to his strong suit, which is the scramble and run out and make plays. But I think he can actually keep himself in by stepping back just a little bit.
Here's the punt. It'll drop it around the 28-yard line. Koch's punt. Pittsburgh will take this. 5:13 left in the 4th. Steelers up by 12, getting the ball back. Try to bleed as much clock as they can.
T-Mobile, we believe you should get more. That's why we merged with Sprint. Now, it's about
1 second. Put this back as we continue through the conclusion of this game.
5G keeps getting stronger. The capacity and coverage to more people places across the country. Who says you can't have it all? Now is the time for 5G. Now is the time to join T-Mobile.
Welcome to Toyota. Ready for a great deal?
Know it.
With savings on Camry, RAV4, Highlander, and more, you'll face the most magical time of the year.
I'm seeing it. What makes an amazing deal even better? Toyota Care. It's a no-cost maintenance plan for 2 years or 25,000 miles, plus roadside assistance for 2 years and unlimited miles.
You never know what you'll find at Toyotathon. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places. Audiences give the prudes a new age and hey, that's my girl. It's 100% joy from start to finish. The Prudes, a new age with PG, now playing in theaters.
Tonight, we're lighting America's tree live with the biggest names in music.
you see me grimacing, it's my toe again. That if you remember earlier in the stream when we were waiting on commercial, I was rolling my chair and stubbed my toe hard. It hurts still. It's like a little bruise on my foot. So hopefully that goes away with time. Here's a handoff for Snell, and that will be that'll be good for him. They show Bud Dupree kind of went on his ankle a little bit badly, and he had to go to the locker room. Hopefully he's good. Late in the stage of a game that it looks like Pittsburgh will win. Up by 12. 4:30 left. Handoff, delayed. Snell trying to push by, and he'll get a few yards.
Cincinnati, their division rival. In week 16, it's the Colts and Philip Rivers. In week 17, the Browns in Cleveland.
Steelers have only 2 more games left at home. And that's Washington and Indianapolis. So they could be perfect in Pittsburgh. If they're perfect, they're going to be perfect, on the road as well. That's a throw dropped by Deontay Johnson. That would have been a huge first down for the Steelers. But an incompletion, so Pittsburgh will have to punt again. Sixth drop today by Steeler receiver. 2 of them were by Eric Ebron. The Pittsburgh punt now will be launched and fair caught at the 15-yard line. So here comes the Baltimore offense back on the field again. Trace McSorley in the shotgun, and now Ravens are pointing, Steelers are pointing. Regardless, there will be a penalty, just not sure on who.
And that's almost the carryover to the attitude that this year's defense brought. And now, as he said to us, against what is this ready to get after it with that attitude. And that's one of the reasons we're looking at it.
1st and 5. The penalty was against Pittsburgh for a neutral zone infraction. McSorley in the shotgun has a good pocket. McSorley gets out. McSorley runs and slides at the 30. It'll be a first down, Baltimore. Trace McSorley, shotgun, will throw this, and it'll be caught to the 50, to the 40, 30. Can he beat the final Steeler? He will beat the final Steeler. Touchdown, Baltimore! The first touchdown pass in the NFL career of Trace McSorley. And it is now a 6-point game with a 5 if the extra point is through. simple hook and ladder. The Steelers fell down and foot race by Brown. And he was able to win and chase the Sorley through a wonderful ball. Bad defensive block by Pittsburgh and Baltimore makes it pay. The Steelers still dangerous. 2:58 left. The kick was good. And Baltimore is within 5. Baltimore can get a stop and the ball back. Nope. Baltimore can come back and get the ball. They will have a chance to win this game. Unbelievable how this game has gone on. Kind of like at the first half. Maybe we'll have a finish like that. Or maybe Pittsburgh will just run the first downs and run the clock out. We don't know. We'll have to see when the Steelers get the ball back. Now, the Ravens, this is going to be the timeout time because the Ravens have got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So, you know, they'll be gassing their timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Not going to stop doing that with the chair because that last time that happened, I hurt my foot. My toe. Tucker looks like he'll onside kick. This is a little early for an onside kick, and it's not necessary because they've got 3 timeouts. You kind of want them back. Might be a squib, possibly. Best kicker when it comes to scoring. Remember, this kick has to go 10 yards. He gears up. It's ready now. Will squib this down the line. It'll be backed up at the 6-yard line, and the Ravens do some tremendous coverage. Mark the ball at the Pittsburgh 11. 2:53 left in the fourth quarter. The Ravens have all 3 timeouts to use. That's right. The Raiders are behind in the hunt for the wild card. The Raiders would probably jump up to 8th in the AFC with a win by Pittsburgh here. Roethlisberger gets out of the pocket, throws, and that was deflected out of bounds by Johnson. And another catch fumble out of bounds. Unbelievable. That's the second time by one team that they've caught and fumbled the ball out of bounds. To me, this isn't a catch. This is incompletion. Humphrey believes it's an incompletion. I would say it's probably an incompletion. It is a catch fumble out of bounds, but 19 more seconds get launched back onto the clock. It was 2:30 on the clock. Now it's 2:49. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now the clock goes. Here's Roethlisberger. Ravens try to pressure. Roethlisberger's got a lot of room. And then Washington is hauled down inbounds, and the first timeout is called, I believe, by Baltimore. Yes, that is true. It'll be 3rd down now. Third and 6 for the Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger in the shotgun. Ravens rush a lot of players. Thrown there. They caught it. He caught it. The Ravens had coverage. Looked like it might have been batted down. Washington caught it. And this messes up a lot of Baltimore's strategy as they take their second timeout because they were going to have the incompletion. That would have stopped the clock, and they would have gotten the ball, and they might have had a play before the 2-minute warning. But Washington gets a great catch here, and the Steelers move the chains. A contested catch by Washington with multiple linebackers and safeties. Clark, Marcus Peters, all these players around. Well, actually, Peters didn't get there in time. But they had a linebacker, a corner, a safety, and a defensive lineman, and Washington made sure he caught the ball. One timeout left for Baltimore. First and 10. Put them at about the Steeler 33. Roethlisberger the handoff. Snell will push through. Snell will move. First down, Pittsburgh. And this might ice it. Snell up the middle. Baltimore has not used their timeout. It looks like they won't until after the 2-minute warning. That really messed up things even more for Baltimore because it got the first down on that. Here, they call a timeout with 2:03 to go. The final timeout, and Harbaugh can't believe it because they gave up 2 plays that, can't give up a first down. They give up a first down on a passing play, a terrific catch, and that stung. But what could sting even more? A running play on first down that dashes through your defensive players, great offensive lineman alignment, and now they're close to the team that's been up the whole game, that's now only up by 5 points, has made you waste all your timeouts and has another first down. Just Pittsburgh salting it away with 2 great positional plays. 2:16. I have no idea what's left on the clock. 2:16 left on the clock instead. First and 10. Steelers stayed in bounds. He stayed in bounds. That was Snell. The clock will move to the 2-minute warning, and it'll be second down and short for Pittsburgh when we come back. Steelers trying to ice up this game and this win to go into 11-0. Marcus Peters, Ben Roethlisberger still talking. But what a power move by Snell on Peters. And you can do the pointing and the yelling all you want if you're Baltimore, but
Don't count the Ravens out of this thing at all. They're going to get Lamar back. They're going to get their defenders back. They get into playoffs. Be careful.
Second and 3 right now for Pittsburgh. And they kind of have iced it already, but I think if they get the first down here or on third down, it really would strike things away. With 25 seconds left on the play clock, with the 2-minute warning, yeah, I wouldn't say they iced it now, but I would say that I think they would have maybe 25 seconds left if they got the ball back. If Pittsburgh doesn't get the first down, but if Pittsburgh gets the first down here, it would really pretty much end things for Baltimore. Roethlisberger under center. Steelers need 3 yards. Under center, handoff to Snell. He will not get it. He will not get it, but now the Steelers will use their power that they have with the play clock. And they could move this to about 110 because he did not get the first down. Roethlisberger hands off to Snell. Snell pushing. I don't think he got it. Steelers say he did, but I don't think he got it. Now, I would say this is a really interesting scenario. It's not an opportunity where I think Boswell could hit a field goal. I think you go for it. I mean, if you don't go for it, then you got to live with the fact that you've got to make sure your defense doesn't lose the game on the last play. But I don't think Snell got it. I think he was tackled down. They'll have to bring up the chains. We'll see. Snell makes a push, but I don't think that ball is past the marker. It's probably 4th and 1, 4th and inches. Funny, the way the sound now, you can hear it, and you can hear the fans. It almost sounds like a high school football game, not an NFL game between 2 historical rivals. Here come the chains. This could decide the game. It is not a first down, as I thought, 4th and inches. Steelers, if they get an inch, they will have to take one more knee, and they'll win the game. Baltimore plays Dallas, then they go to Cleveland, then they play Jacksonville, then they play the Giants, and then they go to Cincinnati. But again, if Baltimore stops them on 4th down, and now the Steelers are in first down position to take a knee. I thought this was a 4th down. I'm very confused with what's going on. I got to look at the clock. They're going to have to officially review this. Okay. This probably will go to New York. They'll have to officially review this. To me, I thought it was 4th down. If they initially reviewed. And then the offense came back out. The first down marker, or yellow, whatever you want to say, his shoulder hits, the ball does not. So that's to me, that's the thing. If you watch his body and his shoulder, that's not what you got to look at. You got to look at the ball, and the ball doesn't go past where it needs to. .42 seconds left in the 4th quarter. We're continuing to review this play.
I don't know, Chris. I tend to agree with you. I mean, they spotted the ball with the nose of it just at the front of the 40. Is that the 44-yard line? And it appears that elbows go down, and I don't think he's quite gotten to the 44. But it has to be clear and obvious, which is to answer your question, Chris. It's, I believe it's short right there. And it's just coming down. I think other people do it better than that. But it has to be clear and obvious for them to reverse it.
As the ball is short. Well, that's what they believe.
So if this one stands, the Chiefs first down, this may be over. After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It is a first down. Steelers get a first down. I thought the official review was not. The official review did not come into play that it would have been a fourth down play, which I thought it was. So I am wrong. They say no fourth down. 1st and 10 play. And all the Steelers have to do with 42 seconds left is take a knee. Technically, they'll have to take 2 knees because they take 2 knees because 57 seconds get put back on the clock, and the play clock only has 40 seconds on it. So they're going to have to take 2 knees, but that's all. Well, what they'll actually do here is they'll wait till the clock has less than 40 seconds left, and then do it. Now they'll have to take their last knee. They take their last knee. And now here come the handshakes in Pittsburgh. And the fist bumps and all of that between Ben Roethlisberger's Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens to the final 20 seconds of this game as well. 19-14 is the final once it becomes official. And the Steelers would sweep Baltimore once this is official. From the final 5 seconds to the final 4 seconds to the final 3 seconds to the 2-1. So it is official. It is official. Pittsburgh sweeps the series against Baltimore 19-14. They have 1 game against Cincinnati to go, and they in week 15, and they have 1 game against Cleveland to go in week 17. Both are on the road. So Pittsburgh wins 19-14 over the Ravens. They are 11-0. Final in Pittsburgh. All right, I will see you tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for Minnesota United. Go United against Kansas City. Sporting Kansas City for the Western Conference semifinal. Good night, everybody. Have a great evening. Happy hockey, everybody.